Yo, what's up, guys? What is going on? Hope everybody's doing well. Bayer Leverkusen versus Arsenal 1-1 towards the end. Oh, man. What is it? Tellman with a penalty. I mean, when you see it, the only angle that looks like it was a penalty, it was like front facing. And you see that he kind of landed on his supporting foot. Madueke, really good run. Made a huge difference, Madueke, when he came in. Shout out to Madueke. He had a really good game. But, man, I mean, he just brushed against him. I don't think he fell exactly on his foot, but Arsenal, and the keeper almost got to it. Almost got to it. I don't know if it was Kai Havertz not wanting to celebrate because it's his old team, or knowing that he was that close from missing that penalty. He was so close from missing that penalty, but they end up tying the game. And look, it's not like I don't want Arsenal to win. I'd rather see Arsenal in the semifinals, quarterfinals, finals. It'd be pretty neat to see Arsenal in the final. I'm not gonna lie, it would be awesome. It'd be awesome, especially against a really good team, maybe a Barcelona, maybe a Bayern Munich, Real Madrid. It would be a delight to see Arsenal play, but I'd rather have seen Leverkusen. There's something about the underdog, Leverkusen being the underdog, watching them win, and just the way they played it, the way they brought it to Arsenal. They did mostly really good defending in that first half. Nothing. There was barely anything. The only play that Arsenal looked like, like Arsenal, was the Martinelli hitting the crossbar. That was it. That was pretty much it. Maybe there was one other play, but that was like the only play where Arsenal looked pretty good. And they kept that whole Arsenal team at bay, let's be honest. Saka wasn't doing that much, got replaced in the second half for Madueke. Madueke, like I said, coming in, he made a world of difference getting the penalty, and just looked much better, much more threatening going up front. At that point, I get it. Nothing against Saka, because Saka was trying. Tired legs from Leverkusen, so Madueke took full advantage of that. And Saka, he was doing pretty well, getting the typical cut in. But after that, it was just closed doors. They closed up shop for Arsenal. Martinelli, I gotta say, I liked Martinelli today. He wasn't having the best of games, but way better than most of his prior games. I know when he comes in, he's able to score a goal, and help out Arsenal in that way. But besides that, he struggles too. He ends up struggling. But today, I wouldn't say he had blistering pace or that he was getting past his marker at will, but he just looks like he was involved. He was a lot more involved in the game, so he looked good. I thought he had a pretty decent game. Timber, of course, as usual, just being Timber. Declan Rice as well. Saliba, Gabriel, Raya also doing what they do best. Can't ever see these guys really have that bad of a game. Kafana for Leverkusen, the striker, the teenager supposedly. I don't know how old he is, 18 or 19. He held his own against Saliba, the likes of Saliba and Gabriel. I think he did pretty well. There was some chances, obviously he was just by himself. The few chances that they also had, they didn't have a whole mess of chances. Was able to do well holding off the ball against these two titans that are probably one of the best duo in European football when it comes to center backs. And if I'm not mistaken, he started off that second half with Bayer Leverkusen just looking so threatening with the header, and Kafana heading, and Raya getting a hand to it. And then the inevitable corner. I don't know what happened exactly. I didn't even see the highlights yet, but I think Ezza was complaining that, I don't know, somebody was pulling him or shoving him, and Andrich with the goal all by himself. They took one out of Arsenal's playbook. They did exactly what Arsenal do to everybody else, to other opponents. And they got the 1-0, and I didn't think that was going to be enough. And sure enough, it was all the way until the end, of course, the 89th minute, if I'm not mistaken. And again, I'd rather have seen them win this game and then Arsenal winning at the Emirates. But that aside, it was a really good game for Leverkusen. That was a really good performance by them against probably the best team right now in European football. I can't say I'm too excited, because I think we all know what's going to happen once they go to the Emirates, but you never know. You never know. You can't roll them out. But Arsenal they're just cooking right now. They're just cooking. But this wasn't the best of performances too, so who knows? They might look a little bit shaky once they go to the Emirates. And that fan base, wow, that fan base is something else. So that could help them out as well. Things will be pretty interesting with the 1-1. Anyways, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.